What's going on, everybody? Oxidized back here with another new player PvE build spotlight. The last one I was doing bear paws and battle axes. This time I'm doing great axes only. And the reason for that mainly is as I was thinking about it, I read some comments. I decided I'm going to stick with what I believe are the more meta builds, the builds that will definitely work in a PvE setting, not something I'm gonna try to make work. Does that make sense? I mean, because you can make every single weapon work in PvE, I do believe that. But I think for a new player, maybe you want to see, like, you know, the most optimal thing you can really use to get through a dungeon. Axes, swords, frost stabs. I mean, there's a ton of different weapons that will allow you to do it. So this time we're going to go over great axes, and I'm going to tell you great axes are probably the go-to weapon if you just want pure clear speed. I don't think too many people are going to argue with me on that one. I'm sure there will be, and I would love to hear what you have to say, honestly. But great axes are good. They have good sustain, or the builds have good sustain, and they do just a ton of damage. Let's go through that build right now. All right, and okay. So here's what I recommend for this is a simple build with no strings attached, basically. Great axe. I like to use rending swing because it is an AoE and it will inflict bleeds on everything it hits. I like using adrenaline boost. You could make a pretty good argument for deadly chop. The reason why I say make a pretty good argument is, one, that it does 430 damage in an area. Oh, I'm sorry, not an area, on a single target, and it lowers their resistances. I will show both of these abilities in action in this video, but I like to use adrenaline boost because it gives you extra move speed and extra damage. So you pop this and you pop your E, and then you're spinning like crazy. And then you also have whirlwind, which is a huge AoE damage, and it lasts forever, and it increases your movement speed, and it's just insane. All right, next we have a normal bag. I am going to use Stalker Hood. I also like Hunter Hood, but with Stalker Hood you do get Mortal Agony, which will increase your damage for you, as well as put a debuff on enemies who are lower than 50% health, so you can really just fist them to the ground here. We're also going to go down the cooldown timer reduced here. I like going deep cuts because it's just extra damage. Basically, you could go life leech if you feel like your build needs it, but it probably doesn't if you go mercenary jacket, which leads us into mercenary jacket. Bloodlust. Every time you damage an enemy, including your bleeds, will heal you for 45, and this lasts for 8 seconds or 15 hits. As well as going for the balanced mind, because on this one you don't need attack speed, and there's no cooldown on tier 4 gear. If this is a higher piece of gear, I would go for the cooldown reduction instead. On Scholar Sandals, so I have another series called tier 8 with tier 5 where I go through tier 8 dungeons with only tier 5 gear, and I got a lot of comments saying that I should be using Scholar Sandals. I don't have the shout outs on top of my head, but I'll make sure to put them in the description, thanking those people who fixed my mistake, basically. But Scholar Sandals allows you to have focused run, which increases your movement speed, but also has a pretty good energy regen alongside with it. You can't really use your attacks or cast spells, but usually you want to use this when you're just, you know, out of energy or in between fights and stuff like that. And on this one, I just put it on the extra damage and heal power. Other than that, so a couple of recommendations. If you're new to the game, you're still working on getting some funds, stick to the Adept Cape. This is fine. This will help you with energy regen, and that's really all it does for you, which is good, it's fine. But when you can afford it, grab you a Thetford Cape. What this will do is it's just extra AoE damage alongside with it. You could also make an argument for Limhurst Cape as well. I haven't done a lot with Limhurst Capes. I know what it does. It gives you an energy regen after you get below a certain threshold. I think it's like 40% threshold energy. Then it gives you an energy boost. But I think with the focused run, or with the Scholar Sandals focused run, it might not be an issue. And then alternatively, instead of a Stalker hood, you can use a Hunter Hood. And what a Hunter Hood does is right here, is Retaliate, a magical barrier which reflects all incoming damage back at the attacker and increases your resistances by 51 for 4 seconds. The reason that this Hunter Hood isn't the default build is because I feel like this takes a little bit more practice, a little bit more getting used to, and I want to make sure to give you a build that you can just kind of throw together and just jump right on in. Okay, so, and with all that being said, let's get into it here. No, I don't want to challenge this guy. All right, so we are inside of a dungeon here, Morgana even as well, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to show you just kind of I'm going to show you the clear rate all the way up to the first mini boss, show you the mini boss, and just call it there. That way you get an idea of what we're going with. So right now I would probably hit W, come on in, hit a Q, and then just like pretty much just start going off just like that. I mean, like it's a really no thought kind of build, you know, like, you know, you just kind of use all your abilities and then just kind of just go. I mean, like this is going to be a little skewed because I do have some points within this build that's going to do more damage than what you would probably see normally. Okay, so hold on, can we get there? Oh, we got a little bit of damage in. So you probably won't be doing this much damage like this quickly, but it is going to be pretty good. So now you see our damage is a little low. I am going to eat fish. I would do recommend using fish as like, it doesn't have to be tuna. It can be like tier 5 fish or tier 6. But the fish in between really helps with regen, which is why I would just recommend it, honestly. All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. Look at that, man. It just melts him. Just absolutely melts face right now. As you can see, I'm not really using my mercenary jacket. I don't need to because we are killing them so fast, but it is a pretty good option to have. After this one, I am going to switch over to a few different things. As you can see here, I'm also not even using the Thetford cape. Let's use the Thetford cape now. Let's also use the Deadly Chop as well, just for funsies. Just to see what it can do, basically. All right. How are you, by the way? Oh, things are going well on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Or this is, I think I dropped this at like 10, maybe Wednesday morning, I suppose. All right, hold on. I mean, like, I don't know. If you would rather have the big damage with the cast time, I say go for it. But me personally, just like on a personal level, I think I would much rather use just the passive damage increase, and then just like sit here. You know, the beautiful thing is that you can sit here. Hold on. So this is focused run, by the way. It lets you get your energy regen. Press R. I mean, press Q. I mean, I didn't have the R there. I wanted to show the abilities because I want to show them all, but the build's so good, you don't even need a lot of this stuff. It almost seems like. All right, here we go. Hit him with the W. Hit him with the E. Oh, easy money. It's part of this. Is a lot of this is why people say that the Greataxe is the one you want to go for in the beginning, mainly because it's easy and it does a lot of damage. All right, so we're at a mini boss. I am gonna put on the movement speed as well. We haven't got to see the Hunter Hood in action. Let's use the Hunter Hood here, just to kind of show you what it can do. It's a green chest boss, so this is actually probably going to let's just see what happens here. So I have the Hunter Hood on. Look at the damage that's happening to him. With the Hunter Hood on, it's going to do that kind of damage back at him because of the retaliate skill. And then yeah, like is what it is. Let's say we're getting low on health. You know, you hit him with the R, you hit him with the Q, maybe W to get out of there and get back on in. Now, what you want to do, what I didn't do here really, is you want to save your mercenary jacket ability, the R ability, for when you have your whirlwind on cooldown, because that's what's going to let you really get that energy regen. And then like you see right there, didn't really struggle. Yeah, it was a mini boss, and yes, it was a green chest, but I don't think you're gonna have any issues with this boss. And I would use your poison potions on the boss. I didn't here because again, I didn't feel like I needed to, but if you're going against like a purple chest boss, a pretty difficult blue chest boss, make sure you have some poison potions on you. Again, this is for new players. This isn't for the ones going into the red and black zone. If you're going to go into red and black zone, you might build a little bit differently, but if you're sticking to the yellow zones, even into some early red zones, you can still use this, but PvP wise, you might fall a little behind. And that's going to be it, guys. I hope this little build spotlight helped you. Maybe you found your main weapon. Maybe you found something going to get you places. Okay. I do stream on Twitch Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Follow me there. You know, and then the end of the show is now. The video, guys.